Most teenagers who want to get jacked are actually making major mistakes in the gym, which are ruining their physique. And I did the exact same thing. I remember being a skinny teenager and spending months in the gym, but just seeing no real progress. And in this video, I'm going to show you the 3 major mistakes in which I made and exactly how you can avoid them so you can get jacked as fast as possible. And I remember when I used to try bulk up and really get big in the gym. After every gym session, I'd leave the gym and I'd usually go to Greggs, which is like a bakery. I'd buy cakes, cookies, anything I could eat. I'd try to eat as many calories as possible each day. I thought you gotta eat big to get big. You gotta eat as much food. That's how you're gonna get jacked. That's how you're gonna get big. And I kept doing that week after week for ages. I got to this point where I was at like 95 kg. I was heavy, I was bloated, and I didn't feel good at all. As I gained muscle, I gained size, and I gained strength. But with all of that, I gained so much fat. It didn't feel good for me at all, and I completely made a massive mistake. As at the time, I was trying to eat as big of a calorie surplus as possible. So I had my maintenance calories, which was around 2,500. And I was trying to eat like 1,000 calories above it, like 3,500 minimum. Sometimes 4,000 anywhere around there. But this just wasn't smart. I wasn't using my brain properly, as this meant I gained so much fat. So what I'd actually do to make it sustainable and to have the right way of doing it, you have your calorie maintenance, 2,500. And from here, you want to have 250 to 500 calories above this. So just like slightly above it. So for me, that would be at max 3,000, if not 2,800. And doing this actually allowed me to go from 72 kg, where I was like lean, I was shredded, I had abs, I actually looked great. And I was able to gain about 8 kg of weight to get muscular, but I still stayed lean. I gained a little bit of fat, but not a lot. And this just felt amazing. This was the best thing for me. So let me just break down really quickly, like an example of what you should eat each day. So for breakfast, the first meal, you should have oats, protein powder, and then blueberries, honey, dates, all this different stuff. Here it's good carbohydrates for a pre-workout meal where you can really hit a great session. Then after you finish your workout, you can come back, you can eat something like 6 eggs with toast, brown bread, with wraps, whatever you like it with. Then for your third meal, something like 200 grams of chicken, less than that, 150, with rice, chicken wrap, however you want it. And the same with a fourth meal, chicken, rice, whatever you would like. But what you want to prioritize is having 1 gram of protein per 1 pound of body weight. So for me, I weigh 180 pounds, so that's 180 grams of protein. And you can also get protein powders, nuts, different snacks that are going to help you out. Milk, all these things also high in protein. And doing this just allowed me to get in the best shape of my life, to stay lean, shredded, but gain muscle incredibly fast, and just see really great results in a short period of time. But the second major mistake I made, probably most people don't even realize it's a mistake, because I remember going to the gym, working out, and I'd just be there, and I'd keep on working and working and working. 1 hour would go by, and I'd be keep on working. 2 hours would go by, I'd still be in the gym. I'd work out for like 3-4 hours a day. As I really did think at the time, if I work out for a really long time, do loads and loads of sets, have like so much volume, I'll gain more muscle. For more sets, for more volume, for more muscle even. But that's just not really the case. That's not exactly how it works. As after about an hour 30 of being in the gym, there was a point where you're tired, you lose motivation, you can't really be asked anymore, and you're not giving it 100%. Instead, you're sort of half-arsing it, you're not trying your hardest. And when you're at this point, there's not really a point of doing loads and loads more sets, as you're not making any more progress. You're not doing any better. You're just lifting the weight and going through the motions because of it. And that's just not helpful at all. So instead, only spending about an hour and a half in the gym, capping it at most, and like training hard, really putting true intensity for each of your sets. And that means pushing each set to failure and making it really worth it. As well as this, you want to find an actual good training split, something that's going to help you as a young guy. As young guys, I feel we all are aiming for the same physique. We want this like V-taper look where our shoulders are wide, but our hips are narrow. We're lean and shredded, but also muscular. And like we just look sort of like a movie star look. That's like what we're going for. And to have this, like you want certain muscle groups to really stand out. So like your side delts, your upper chest, your lats, your arms, all different things like that. So literally just in the description of this video, I've got a workout just written out for you, which you can copy, you can change to how you like, which are going to help you target these muscles with the correct volume. And doing this has helped me to actually build a physique that I like more without having to gain loads of muscle and loads of weight. As I've been able to just enhance the muscle groups which I want to enhance, like my arms, like my shoulders. And I've been able to make them bigger without having to really try and train legs super hard, to train back, like all my different back muscles super hard, do deadlifts, all that different stuff. I haven't had to do that. Instead, I've just targeted the muscle I want to target. I got a lot of this from a YouTube channel called RP Hypertrophy, where they talk a lot about how you can do extra sets for certain muscles to grow them even more. But the third and final major mistake I made is it's not really spoke about a lot, and it's a bit of a mentality thing. As I had this point where I was going to gym and I was training hard. I was pushing myself every day. I'd walk to the gym session, do some cardio, walk back home. Like I'd spend 3-4 hours in the gym. Like I was proper that David Goggins grinder. And I saw good results. I was making progress. But I don't think it was a good thing at all how I was doing it. As I had no balance. I had no, there was no balance in it at all. As in, I was really training hard, but then my social life was suffering. I wasn't going out as much. I wasn't having fun. I wasn't laughing with friends as much. Instead, I was so focused. I was thinking, I've got to be on this grind, David Goggins, to try as hard as I can. And I think that was a silly way to do it. As we want this balance, we want where it's sustainable. So, we're training hard, don't get me wrong. But when your friends ask you to go out, when you're invited to a party, why not just go? As you're going to miss one day in the gym, but so what? It's not going to change a lot. There's even studies where it's people miss a whole week of a gym and they don't really lose any muscle. They don't see any negatives in their progress. Instead, it just maintains for a bit. In fact, when you miss a couple sessions, it doesn't matter that much. You maintain the muscle. You're not going to lose muscle. So when you have those social events where you can go out, you'll have to miss the gym for them. I'd go to those. I'd enjoy those, especially if it's I know some friends who really want to stick to their program. They really want to stick to the workouts that they're doing. So when me and a couple of friends would go for a workout, they won't do the workout with us because they want to stick to their specific program. And I think that's just silly, because when you do a workout with other people, you miss your program for a day and you work out with others. You get this level of motivation. You love seeing people stronger than you, better than you, or you love seeing yourself as strongest. And it motivates you to train harder when you go back to the gym. So that's what I'd say, have this balance, have this social life, and it's just way more sustainable when you're trying to gain muscle and get big as a skinny teenager. And I can think of so many times where, even last week, I went to the gym with a couple of my friends and we were just messing about. We were doing pull-ups, all this different stuff. And it kind of messed me up the next day as some of the muscle groups were tired, which I was training. But I had such good fun and I socialized, I had a laugh, and I felt more motivated to work out, to go to the gym more because of this. And it's going to help me in the long run instead of retract from me and make it worse. Instead, it's going to help me out. So that's 100% what I recommend. In the link in the description of this video, there's a free lean bolting course you can click on, which can help you out with your whole lean bolting journey. Apart from that, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.